But Steve, as I said, they play a little bit tentative, and this is the first time I saw clear-cut passing on a power play. It's the first time I've seen it this game. As I said, maybe an indication of the way the play has been in this period. No one wants to make the big mistake.
OT makes wholesale changes on the penalty-killing unit. They got some fresh legs out there now, hustling back as the draw goes all the way down to the MM zone. Is Joel Burton to go pick it up. He fires it off to brother Trent Burton. Back up to Wayne Ireland, coming in is Collings. Sorry, this is Chris Miller. Miller's ridden off the puck there. Andrew Delane picks it up. Former Cougar and a future Cougar when his high school days are done. Here's Joel Burton, big drive that hits a man in front. There's Ireland with a blast from the slot area that doesn't get through.
Big save from Williamson there. He had no help.
Burton bangs a guy there. Ireland, he might let it go again, and he does. It gets through, but a toe save by Williamson that time. Relentless pressure put on by the Rams. The penalty is now over. Teams at full and even strength. OT clears it down, and the first man there will be Dave Shatilla. Bird handles it, Shatilla in there.
I don't think Burt realized who was coming in there.
Here's Wayne Ireland. They call him Wendell, wearing that familiar 17 of Wendell Clark and the Leafs. Miller with a drive that just goes wide. Here's Burton. He's bodied along the boards, gives the guy an extra jab, no call. Blue line, DeWolf can't handle it. Maybe intimidated a bit there by Kevin Forbes. He was coming after him. Both guys end up to the canvas.
And there they go.
Good no call though, equal responsibility. And right in front of Red Devil got thwarted on an opportunity there. That was due snap.
And I think that first check initiated the normal play back here. Wide open hockey.
Not too much tentativeness now.
No.
10:43 remaining in the Halton High School Senior Hockey Championship. We're bringing it to you on the Cable Net Game of the Week. Here's Steve DeWolf behind his own net. Fires it off the boards and all the way down the ice. Icing is signaled and called, so we'll come all the way down here in the Oakville Arena to the MM Robinson end with 10:30 remaining in regulation.
Steve, I tell you, you got to believe that a little bit of a rivalry has been started here.
That's right.
I think these teams like each other, and I think this just might carry on into the next year, perhaps. So a lot of these players will be returning for action next year. But you get the feeling that both of these teams do not like each other, as well as the fans.
With the competition so strong in high school hockey, what would be the chances of these two teams meeting up again in the
really hard to say because
final?
I'm even shocked that MM is back this year, not because of their quality, but just as you said, the competition is so tough.
Earlier this year, they were ranked #1 by the Toronto Star poll of provincial teams. Puck around on the near boards, right in front. Chance there for Pritchard, but he could get his stick on it. Goes all the way down the ice. Icing is the call. We'll come back and do it all over again. Oops-a-daisy.
Oh, and the fans will be all over number 22.
That's Tower.
Tower.
He's one of the favorites. He's actually taunting the fans a little bit there by even paying attention to them and looking up to them as the OT Red Devil fans. Here, we'll take a look at it again. There's Tower.
He kind of nonchalantly.
Yep. Oops. Excuse me. And the whistle had blown there. And Tower ends up going down right in front. Maybe it was exhaustion setting in.
You want to think he feels like a fool today?
Face off. Oh, right in front. Red Devils a chance. They can't convert. Number 12, that's Steve Baharrel. He controls it for the Rams. And if that is Baharrel, he's ineligible for OPSA, transfer from Pearson High. And there will be a high sticking call, it looks like.
I think he's...
Both guys may get the game.
Oh, and the...
But definitely number 15, Shatilla for OT. And actually Baharrel is getting the gate as well. So we'll have to check that out. If it is Steve Baharrel who's on, he is ineligible for OPSA. Transfer rule coming into play.
Shatilla taking his second penalty of the game. One earlier in the second period. And number 12 for MM, that's Baharrel. How do you say that, Steve?
Steve Baharrel.
Baharrel. He'll take the first 2 minutes of the game for him. We talk about how even the game is, 3-3, very much even in penalties too.
Kept in at the line by number 6, Trevor Chalmers for OT. Puck goes behind the Rams net. Picked up by 16, Greg Collings. Flip down the ice, skating back. Forward is McFadden. He's bumped there. McFadden trying to control it at those near boards. 4 guys in there now, and they begin to fall like dominoes, and a helmet has come off.
Well, you got a little chippy here, Steve.
How many penalties do we actually have, Clint, on each side?
We talked about how even the score was, as I said earlier. The penalties are almost just as even. OT has taken the lead right now. They have 9 penalties this afternoon, and Robinson 8. The penalty leader will be Collins for Robinson. He has 6 minutes of penalties. And we talked about Shatilla going into the box twice for OT. But Shatilla has a goal to his credit as well.
OT controls the draw, kept in at the line though by a ram off a leg in front, off the leg of McFarland. OT controls it now. This is number 11, Forbes. We got a 2-line offside pass, it looked like there. No, a roughing call.
Oh,
Mark Humphrey for MM picks up.
This could play very important.
Well, it ties up the penalty situation anyway as Humphrey gets the gate 2 minutes for roughing with 9:11 remaining in the third period. And there you see him in the sin bin. So now, MM had a chance earlier on the power play in this third period in the early going.
That's Hicks that's going to the box, Steve.
Oh, correction, yes, I'm giving you the other guy, the OT guy. Greg Hicks is the MM player, number 10. So the Red Devils on the power play. Sprague dumps it out to the neutral zone. Is picked up there by Captain McFadden.
And Steve, I have to give the advantage to OT and the wide open skating.
4 skaters against 3 now.
I'd like to believe that OT's the faster team.
McFarland, he starts out with it. Crosses zone blue line, flips it over to Forbes. Forbes carries it in into the MM zone. He's got Newman with him. He's ridden off the puck on the board. Sprague will be the first one to get to it, and he dumps it all the way down the ice.
Very good job so far done by the Robinson Rams.
Williams comes out and flips it ahead to McFarland. McFarland starts up with it. Pass over to Newman. Rink-wide pass this time to number 16, McFadden. Sprague, nice work. Nice work by Sally this time on the penalty killing unit as he dumped it down 2 or 3 times. Here's McFarland again. Pardon me, McFadden. Starts up with it. He's got Speakman with him. Goes in all alone. He's finally upended. The puck is still loose and cleared out and down the ice again. 47 seconds remaining in the MM penalty. The coincidental minors have expired. Bahero back on the ice and he gets it right away. McFadden has it. Tries to headman it, but it's picked off there by Mark Tower. Nice sidestep move there. Ahead to Girton. Finally kicked out across the OT line. Here come the Red Devils now, led by Speakman. 1-on-3. Off a leg of a ram, picked up and flipped back in by Speakman. Couple of bodies being shoved around there. Greg Collings kept in at the OT line with the MM line. This time it got out. Mark Tower has it. He tries just to control it, flips it back to his defenseman Collings. Wolf nearly had it stolen from him there. This is McFadden once again. Turns within his own end. Still has it, headmans it too far for Dewsnap. Dewsnap giving chase. Collings on him. Nice play by DeWolf to come over and get a leg on it, bat it into the corner. Here's DeWolf, he's starting to build up speed now. Flips it high down the ice, high stick that time, as Humphrey took a whack at it and made contact. So we'll have a whistle and a face-off.
6:50 left here in the third period, 3-3. And Steve, I don't like to say this word because there's 6:50 left, which is a lot of time, but overtime looms nearer.
We'll have to get a nice close-up of the OT shirts.
Good one, Steve. I don't think any of the coaches nor the players would like to see an overtime. That could be a real nail-biter.
That's for sure. Here we are in the neutral zone for one of the few times in this game. Here's Ireland, big shot. Williamson handles it. Ireland trying to control it now. He's ridden off by take two Red Devils to get him off the puck. Here's Miller with it. He's trying to center it. They're all working hard in there. This is Ireland again. He can't control it, and the Red Devils start out with it. Nice play by Trent Burton in the neutral zone to control the puck. Flips in the Red Devil zone. The Rams clear. Red Devils now trying to clear their own zone. Kept in right in front. This is Ireland. A backhander. It doesn't get through. Still loose in front. Referee Rumpel signals no call. All incidental contact in there. No advantage gained, so no penalties handed out. And probably a good choice that time.
Things are very, very scrambly a little bit, but play slowing down to a little bit of a snail's pace. Players playing, as I said, very cautious. With 6:06 left, you don't want to make that error.
Looks like we've lost a little bit of our video, so we'll try and keep it going with the audio portion of the telecast.
It's called Theater of the Mind. There's a blackout here.
We've temporarily lost our picture here at the Oakville Arena, but we'll tell you what's happening as there's a chance right in front. Back to live action with the audio and the video. Red Devils dumping down the ice. 3-all the score, 5:52 remaining. Third period action here at the Oakville Arena. That's a Red Devil just collided with Rick Burt, his biggest save of the day, nonetheless. OT starts out with it off the leg of Miller. Here's a chance for Ireland right in front. This is Miller drive. Miller still giving chase to it. Kept in at the line nicely by Joel Burton. Oh, and there's a drive that's just wide. Now here come the Devils, and a break, and he's hauled down. Number 11, Kevin Forbes, hauled down.
Could we be talking penalty shot here?
And it doesn't. We'll take a look at it again, and I think if he made a no call, I tend to agree with him. There was no chance. The puck way too far. He was hauled down way after. Good no call by referee Rumpel.
Steve, I can't agree with you.
There's no way that Kevin Forbes had a chance to get to the puck. And our director, Brad Scott,
calling it a dive.
He agrees with me. Thinks it was a dive. And sure, he was hauled down a bit, but there was no chance that he was going to get to the puck. It was just, it was instantaneous where the goaltender Burt dove on it. Back to live action. Here we are as the clock ticks down in regulation. Up to the neutral zone, picked off by Humphreys for the Red Devils, and he dumps it in. Rams try and clear. It goes high to the roof, and it finally comes down. Probably comes down wet. Speakman now with it. He has it batted away by Delane. Picked up now by number 16, Greg Collings for the Rams. He flips it in. Williamson steers it to the corner. Delane in giving chase. Delane bumped off the puck, and here come the Red Devils again, led by number 18, Dewsnap. Tries to dump it over to Speakman, but it's intercepted there. Here comes 2-on-1 for the Red Devils. Big blast. Maybe, I don't know if that was a wise decision to shoot so early.
He just missed by inches, though.
Burt got us just a slight bit of a pad on it. Knocked down in front by DeWolf. Still loose in front. Collings finally clears it for the Rams, and they dodge a bullet. Williamson comes out a mile.
Very smart move by Williamson as the MM's Robinson Ram defender
was right in on
number
top of
10,
him.
Greg Hicks, was storming in like a truck barreling down a hill. Let's take a look at it.
Here's the action in front of the MM net. Collings finally saves the day for them and flips it down the boards and all the way down the ice. And Williamson making the quick decision to come out. And you hear the fans of the Red Devils giving us the big OT.
We're getting together because
they're either calling Brokefield Trafalgar overtime. Joel Burton tapes it in at the line for MM. Here's Sally Sprague. Over to Tower and drive. And a big save by Wilson. Here's Burton. And a blocker save. Sprague with a chance. Holy cow, both teams have just dodged bullets. Now here come the Red Devils. Williamson, a spectacular save and effort to get the blocker on it. Here come the Red Devils, they put on pressure. Finally picked up by Joel Burton. He sends it along the boards, but not out. Sprague there to try and knock it out. Burton takes his man out. And we have a whistle. will have a face-off
I'd love
again.
to go back and see that's 2 saves in succession by Mr. Steve Williamson. Unbelievable saves, keeping OT with 3:43 left in the game. Here we go. Unbelievable save. This is a goaltending clinic he's putting on.
Here it is. Burton keeps it in at the line. Picked up there right in front. This is Tower, a big blast. Now we'll watch it again.
Here we go. Here's the big save.
There's the big one off the blocker.
Unbelievable.
Then harmlessly into the corner. Tower wins the draw for the Rams. Dave Collings, he's bumped off the puck, finally trying to control it. Tower has it there. They're looking for a face-off. Good hustle by Top for the Red Devils. Rams still trying to clear their own end. And Girton will. He carries it out himself. Let's a blast go. Williamson with a glove save.
Oh, and we got Williamson and Sally going at, and there they go, Steve! It's breaking out into bedlam now! You saw this coming. Perhaps a couple of ejections, and the referees, I gotta admit, fantastic job. They break them up. The fans are all over him, and there's taunting.
Denny Girton and the fans of OT and Denny Girton are baiting one another and just challenging one another to step over the line.
But it's Girton that's on the ice. The fans can yell all they want. I can't, the ref is not gonna call anything here.
That's a good no call. We'll take a look at it again. And for Sprague, there you see the end of it.
It all starts with Sally gets nailed by Williamson by the big goalie stick, and things break out into bedlam.
Not even that. It started sooner when Sprague
and the referee Rumpel's going to send someone to the box.
We'll take a look at it again, and Sprague was pushed into the goaltender. Watch it here. He was pushed into the goal, and actually it was Williamson that retaliated. He should be ejected.
And the referee, one of the linesmen's talking to Williamson right now.
It was Williamson that was the instigator. Even though he was protecting himself, he didn't have to do it in that fashion.
You go, emotions get high sometimes, and Sally's going to the bench. It's going to be old MM that's serving the penalty with 3:20 left. This could prove, actually, one of the OT guys is in the box as well too.
Bryce Story will be serving the penalty for Williamson, as Williamson and Sprague will both get the gate here with 3:20 remaining. Bryce Story will serve it. 1 goal and 2 assists so far this season for him. They don't lose much there. Sprague has been tough in the late going for the Rams. 4 skaters aside with 3:18 remaining. Williamson could have avoided all that. I know he was protecting himself, but he gave a little extra shot to Sprague. Sprague gone as well. Here comes Humphreys for the Red Devils. Shot that doesn't get through. Almost kept in at the line there by Chalmers. Picked up by the captain, Jeff McFadden. He turns with it. He steers with it. He's over the blue line. Tries to sidestep around, but he's bumped off the puck. Here's Miller with it. He tries to clear it. Humphrey there forechecking. Rams finally cleared into the neutral zone. Going back, grabbing it is Speakman for the Red Devils. On the far side for Jeff McFadden. Backhand flip pass to Speakman. He'll start out of his own end. He's got Humphreys. Humphreys can move. Watch out for him. Dave Collings, the smaller Collings. Humphreys still had presence of mind to try and get a pass out. No Red Devil there to receive it. Here's Collings. He'll try and clear the zone off to Steve DeWolf. Up centering pass, and this is number 17, Wayne Ireland. He starts in, and it takes 2 Red Devils to get him off the puck. Williamson out of his net, leaves it in the corner. Flip pass by Miller to keep it alive in the OTN. Now here comes Humphreys. He starts out with it again. 2:08 remaining in the Halton Final regulation time. Humphreys loses the puck. Here's Ireland, almost a big collision there. And this is now Speakman. He's bumped by Ireland. Now here comes Collings as the OT Red Devils almost caught a line change. Collings starts in and he's bumped off the puck. Nobody can control it. Almost an opportunity here for Shatilla. Headmans it. Too far though for one of his mates. McFarland clears it in. 1:41 remaining now in regulation. Here's a chance, Andrew Delane. This is Greg Hicks. He starts in and he's upended. Now here come the OT Red Devils. 3-on-2. Drop pass there. This is Newman. He drives just high and over the net. Kept in at the line by Lowe. What action here. 120, a centering pass. Nobody there. Here's Delane. He starts out with it. Shatilla keeps it in. 1:14 and counting in regulation.
Steve, we're coming down to the end.
Both benches on their feet.
Unbelievable action.
Backhand pass by Shatilla. He starts in. Here's the chance run. A backhander that Burt gets a stick on. And it comes all the way down the ice. The Rams clear it. Icing will be the call. You're watching Halton High School Hockey on CCTV Channel 23.
Action, Steve. I think we're going into overtime. 57 seconds. I can't count a team out yet. But, geez, Steve, you couldn't ask for anything more in a Halton High School hockey game, let alone the final game. And these teams are tired as anything, but the need to win is written all over the faces of each players. And if you take a look cross ice, look at the coach. You see the coach, Crocker, he's going insane for OT.
There we see the sky, which indicates 57 seconds remaining. 3-all, and a big face-off here.
A timeout being called, I think a very smart maneuver.
By the Red Devils. So OT calls time.
Gary Crocker, the coach for OT, will call a timeout. He's got his best man on the ice, Jeff McFadden. As far as what I've seen today, he's been all over the ice. He's the inspirational leader. And Williamson, he's the goaltender. He's going over for a little bit of a drink too, but they're going to talk strategies. 57 seconds left. OT has the puck deep in Robinson Ram territory, Steve.
Biggest face-off in Halton hockey this season.
Maybe we might even see another one after this. 57 seconds left.
Oh yeah, it's far from over.
Still anything can happen, but an overtime here just might kill me, Steve. But we've seen some tremendous goaltending from not only Williamson, but the goaltender Burt on the other hand has just put on a show.
3-all your score. The Halton hardware on the line in high school hockey.
And as we go into 57 seconds left, one of my favorite announcers, Rick Jenneret, Steve, as you know from the Buffalo Sabres, as he'd say, it's showtime! It's showtime!
Big face-off. Let's look who's taking it. For OT is Jeff Newman. And for the Rams, Greg Hicks. Rams win the draw. Hicks fires it down, so they dodge a bullet there. Icing will be called, though, so that'll only take 5 seconds off the clock. We'll come back and we'll do it again. So for Hicks, you got to wonder if he had to put that much oomph on it to send it rink length.
I don't think the timekeeper can handle the pressure. He's lighting up a cigarette.
So here we are, another big face-off.
Steve, the fans almost in a little bit of a hush, just awaiting for something to happen here.
You can feel both fans ready, both sets of fans ready to erupt. Rams win the draw. Hicks has won 2 important draws here. Rink length once again. Williamson will cover up as Tower comes in.
I don't know about that move.
So now...
Here they go again!
Now the tide has been turned, and it'll be a face-off deep in OT territory.
McFarland starting things up there, getting the stick a little high, and he looked like he was ready to go. It would be very valuable for him to leave the game right now, especially at this juncture. It looks like M.M. Robinson is going to call a timeout right now, and they're going to talk about their strategy over on the other side of the ice.
43 seconds remaining, as there you see it in the sky, high above the rink surface here at the beautiful and old Oakville Arena. Steve Foxcroft, along with Clint O'Neill, director Brad Scott, and our crew, bringing you this Halton High School Hockey Final. And the seatbelts have been fastened right from the start, but now only 43 seconds remaining and a lot on the line. Regulation time, that is.
Call it, Steve, it's the hardware on the line right now. And a little bit of respect going to be gained to not only one, but both of these teams for such a tremendous effort that they put out this afternoon.
Now it looks like no referee Rumpel will not allow that change. It's too late. DeWolf will be sent back as he tried to come on for Tower. And it looks like for the 3rd consecutive time, we're going to have Newman and Hicks to face off. Hicks wins this one. I'm sorry, Newman won that one. That's sent down the ice. Back for it is Trent Burton. He fires it out, almost intercepted and picked off by Red Devil. A breakaway, and last second chance. This is Hicks, and he just misses on the far side. Kept in at the line by Delane. Here's Tower. He goes in. He's got Delane with him. It's right in front. It's loose, and he kicked it in.
He kicked it in. No goal. It shouldn't be a goal. It shouldn't be a goal. I don't believe it. He kicked it in. He kicked it in.
Yeah. George Harrison, the other official, is coming over and talking to the official.
No goal.
I think they're going to wave it off.
No goal, Steve. No goal. Let's take a look at him on replay.
We got a replay.
I can't believe it. The M.M. Robinson replay. So they're going to replay. Here's the replay. It's kicked in. Number 22 kicked it in. Unbelievable.
Mark Talbot.
What work Mark Talbot cable that groove.
The Rams are going bananas. Now Coach McFadden trying to call them over. I think he knows. They're trying to explain it to the guys on the ice. So Captain Trent Burton will look at it again. Watch number 22 in the Maroons. There he is right there. Yes. He kicked it in. That's no goal.
No goal, folks.
Hey, and let's credit the linesman, George Harrison, if that's who it is.
Because
he
referee
came over.
Rumpel was ready to call that a goal.
We'll take a look at it one more time. He came in and talked to it. Here it is. And there's the boot.
Almost soccer style there.
Mark Tower giving the boots to the OT Red Devils.
And you got to think.
And there you see.
It was all over. Oh, the shock of the fans.
There's the OT Red Devil fans. They're in amazement. They just had the Halton title slip away, but they're given a second opportunity. And on the far side, we just seen the officials converse again, and the official, Rumpel, gave a nice tap on the rear to his partner in crime, George Harrison.
It would have been a crime for MM to win it on that goal.
OT with the last second opportunity now. 15 seconds remaining. Rick Burton's loose, and finally a whistle. I couldn't hear it though.
There they go again. At 16 for MM. Just Greg Collins just gave the hammer to number 15, Dave Shatilla, with the stick, and the referee didn't see it.
Here we'll take a look at it again. There's the puck. It's loose at the side. Excellent job by Burt to finally cover up.
Almost the same kind of situation of the player going in tight, trying to jam it between the pad and the post.
I think these referees have done an amazing job this afternoon.
No doubt about it.
No, like, you always say they do a good job, but unbelievable. I can't believe the excellent job officiating, good teamwork. It's just been superb.
It's interesting that you say that, Steve, because we talked about how referee Rumpel called a penalty right off the tip of the game. And controlled it. Even when it broke out into a fracas earlier in that fight, he calmed it right down. We're going into overtime, Steve.
Here we go. We counted down, 5 seconds remaining, and the puck is in the neutral zone. Not enough time for anybody to do anything, and that expires regulation time. It looks like we're going to have a 3-minute intermission, and then who knows what will happen here at the Oakville Arena. And believe it or not, Clint, at the end of regulation, the roof is still on the building. I thought we'd blown it off by now.
We take a look at the goaltender there for MM.
Rick Burt. And at the other side, Steve Williams. And what a performance both of them have put on.
Yes.
We're going to have to find out the rules here.
Let's take a look at it. This game almost ended with 17 seconds with this goal. Let's take a look at it.
Delane ends up on his keister, and it was Tower who applied the blades to the puck, and you can't boot it in.
Well, you know, if you're in his situation, you got to kick it in, because on 50% of the chances, you know, you got a good chance that the referee's not going to see you.
How many linesmen would have the courage to come in and tell and call his other partner off? Basically, is what he did. An excellent piece of officiating there. So we're going to OT. We'll have a 3-minute intermission, and I believe, Clint, it is sudden death overtime in high school hockey.
Someone is going to have a sordid head, and someone is going to be walking with their heads hung high. But both teams this afternoon can walk away with their heads hung very high. Just a splendid effort. Just a absolute. The goaltenders have to be marked in this game, because I think they've come up with some absolutely, and I'm going to give it to Williamson, because Williamson, I think, has come up with some key stops. MM should have won this game through 3 periods, I think. I think they had a little bit of the third period there over OT.
And there you see a little bit of encouragement there given to Rick Bird, the MM goaltender. An excellent job, as you said, by both tenders this afternoon. 3-all the score. OT Red Devils over the MM Robinson Rams. We're almost set to go here in overtime to decide the Halton High School champion of 1989. The MM Robinson Rams looking to grab.
Can the fans, I know they didn't pay anything, but if they paid, could they have not been treated to a better match, Steve? Frisbees being tossed on the ice.
It is like a concert. It's like a prize fight between two championship boxers. Nobody wants to go down for the 10 count.
And we're going into the 15th round. No judge's decision. It's whoever gets knocked out.
It's whoever's standing. Death match rules.
Is that one of those? What is it? One of those loser leave town matches?
Similar to this, and for OT, they'd like to stay in their own town with a victory. And for MM, they gladly leave town with a little bit of hardware to take home with them on the team bus. So here we go, 12 minutes in the sky, and we're going into overtime. The official over there explaining the overtime procedure to both sides.
Yes, I believe this game is sudden death, Steve. Someone's got to win Halton.
We'll have to find out for sure. It's tough for us to know. I don't have a rule book, but we'll have to find out if it is sudden death.
Well, they couldn't have a tie between.
No, but I mean, what our director Brad Scott has been asking is, do they play like in the CFL, the full 12 minutes or what have you?
Yes,
Most goals before curfew.
Well, based on basic hockey rules, I think it would be sudden death, wouldn't you think?
I
wouldn't want to go out on the limb and be wrong, but just basic hockey knowledge. Here we go, a tap between both captains.
That's a nice gesture. We're off in overtime here to decide the Halton Championship. This is Mark Tower coming in. He's ridden off the puck. McFadden starts out with it. Make that Shatilla. We'll have a whistle, an offside call there.
Steve, as a referee, let me ask you a question. In an overtime game like this, as close as it has been, the play the way it has been, all things considered, as a referee, do you call everything you see?
Oh, absolutely. Now, hockey,
or do you let a couple things go?
No, in basketball and football, I call everything, but hockey seems to be a different situation in the pros anyway. There's a puck up into the stands, caught by one of the OT coaches, and to a rousing ovation by the OT supporters. Face off just outside the Red Devil line. Chris Miller to take it, along with number 5, Jeff Newman. OT wins the draw, batted, hit down by Ireland. He can maybe get to it, but can't. Not quick enough. Burton has it go past him. Giving chase is Shatilla. Burton back. Shatilla rides him off the puck. In to get it is Miller for the Rams. He'll start out with it. He's got Ireland on his wing. Tries to flip it up to Ireland. Intercepted by Newman. Blast for the drive, it gets through, but batted away. First chance in overtime. You got to give to the Red Devils there.
Burt didn't see that one.
Just got his blocker on it. Burton feathers a pass up to his mate, Ireland. Ireland will pick it up now. Rams clear the zone. Oh, I don't know about that. As an offside call, as Chris Miller was nailed at the line, and that was very close. What do you think about that?
Well, let's take a look here. I don't think Burt sees this save that he makes. I don't think he's going to see the shot.
A nice play by DeWolf to bat it out out of midair. Back to live action we go. Puck goes into the OT zone. Clint, stay in the booth. Clint's so excited, folks, he's going to jump out of the booth. Puck loose in the neutral zone now. Sprague, as he bumps Speakman, goes back behind the MM net. This is DeWolf. Starts out to Sprague. Sprague tries to headman it. Speakman intercepts for the Red Devils. This is Collings, and he almost dangerously put it past. And this is Girton now, in over the Red Devils line. He'll let a blast go! Halton Championship almost won there by Girton. Nice play by him to keep it in. That's Girton.
Here's a 3-on-2.
3-on-2 for the Red Devils. They start in on the far side. Speakman with a drive that goes off a Ram stick. McFadden with the now. He's moving it all low, and he fanned on a shot.
They jam at it.
They're jamming out of there. This is top. Centering pass. Here comes Girton leading the Ram attack. Headman's into Tower. Tower's got speed. Tries to get by Humphreys. Humphreys sort of decks him there.
He was
No
mugged,
call.
Steve. He was mugged. The referee is obviously letting a couple. He's got his hand up.
No, that's for a
Pardon me,
delayed
it's
offside.
Delayed offside.
Mark Tower
Perfect.
comes in and eventually touches the puck, so the Rams are called as Tower didn't clear the zone. We'll take a look at that again. We'll let you judge for yourself
Tower, I think, was robbed.
whether he was hauled down. Humphreys gives him the
He
round.
was mugged, Steve.
Director Brad Scott says that's a penalty.
Steve, I think the ref is opposite thinking to you. He's not calling. He's not going to be the deciding factor in the game.
Well, that could have been the deciding factor. Humphreys hauling down Tower when he could have had a chance going all alone. Anyways, nonetheless, back to live action. Here come the Red Devils now. They start in with it. Here's Newman. He comes in. Delane's the man to beat. It's loose in front. It's still loose.
Oh,
It's still loose.
what a save!
And
What
finally
a save by Bert! Bert wasn't even looking at the unbelievable save. He wasn't even looking. The puck just kind of happened to be there.
Bert was spread eagle. Very precarious position for
Let's
him.
see.
Here's
If we
Newman
can
as he starts
take a look at the head of Bert. He doesn't even know what's going on.
There it is, and he finally covers up. And there's the fans in the background, the MM fans going crazy. They love the effort shown here by their troops, and especially the guy in the net, Rick Burt. OT almost salted it away there as Newman broke in a backhander that Burt couldn't cover up, and a couple of extra chances there. Humphreys takes the draw and he wins it. There's a shot, doesn't get through, off a leg of number 10 Hicks, and Hicks is down. Burt handles it there, and Hicks took that one right off the lower part of the leg, and he's down.
He is down, but I'd like to believe that's a little bit of fatigue as well.
Yep.
Playing on nothing,
There you see him trying to skate it off. He's got to go off. We'll take a look at it again. Here's the big drive, and he heard it right off the draw. Oh, that was afterwards. Okay. So he had taken the shot in the leg there. I thought he heard it right on the face-off. He's still on the ice though. Oh, he'll go off. He's just trying to loosen it up. And there you see him grabbing for that ankle as he took one. A big blast from the blue line. 9:16 in the first OT. For Hicks, 21 goals and 17 assists for 38 total points in league action. The Rams can't afford to have him down. Here's Andrew Delane. Nice sidestepping move there. He clears the zone as Miller comes in. This is now Trent Burton. Dumps it in. Williamson handles it, leaves it there for McFadden. Miller on him. And now the Red Devils start out with it, led by number 5, Newman. Newman been impressive in overtime. Ireland bumped there at the blue line. Delane handles it. He's got a man all alone. It's Miller.
What a save by Williamson. He was robbed.
No.
For the other side.
Here comes Forbes. Drive. Just wide. Here comes Andrew Delane with it now. What action in overtime. Newman rides him off the puck. Delane goes into the boards. Everybody's beginning to throw their weight around now. And finally, a whistle and a face-off.
I'd like to see both saves again. The goaltenders are putting on a clinic, Steve, and any young goaltender should be watching this game. Williamson just absolutely robbed MM on that break.
There was Miller in all alone, but actually, if he could say anything, he was too close that time.
Perhaps, and he felt jammed.
And here we go the other way, as Forbes just wide there. Back to live action we come. Dumping it in is number 21, Jamie Top. Goes behind the net. Collings bats it out for the Rams. And here's Sprague. He almost got sent in all alone on a break. In behind the Ram net, centering pass. Doesn't get out, though. And it'll be Girton, the first one to it, as he's bumped there by Top. Puck is tied up there. We'll probably get a face-off, and we do. 7:57 remaining in overtime. Steve Foxcroft and Clint O'Neill high above the ice surface of the Oakville Arena, and not a soul has left, Clint.
No, Steve, there's no reason to leave. This game is just far too exciting. 7:57.
Probably a lot of fast food joints in town getting a few phone calls saying I'll be in a little late tonight.
You want to bet that McDonald's across the street's going to get plowed over after this?
Here we are, back to live action. This is number 15, Chantilly. This one go just wide. Up in the far boards, it'll be kept in by Lowe. He fires it into 11 is Forbes. Now behind the MM net again, Collings tries to clear it, but not out, as 15 Chatilla got a leg on it. Finally, it does come loose, and carrying the puck now for the Rams was Berharel. Berharel not seeing too much ice time for the Rams. Actually, that was 22 Tower. He's been on the ice a lot. Here's Collings with it now. Slowly starting out of his own end, off the glass and down, and Girton will be the first one to it, but icing is called.
Steve, there's just too much happening here for me to hold on to. 7:21, 3-3 overtime period right now, at least the first overtime period.
Both teams undefeated. The Halton Hardware on the line. The Red Devils come in 17-0-1. The Rams at 16-0-4. And as we said several times, somebody's got to lose this
and
one.
Steve, no, and both these teams don't know how to lose. They've never done it before.
Here's Ireland. He'll start out with it himself for the Rams. He's 1-on-4. Finally, his winger's catching up. He leaves it for Miller. Miller will take a drive, and it's just wide. That's the closest in overtime, and the net comes off its moorings. We'll have a face-off. That one didn't miss by much.
Not by much, and I think Williamson was beat too. He had.
Take a look at it again, and Clint, get your measuring stick out here. Bang, that didn't miss by much.
He had Williamson going the wrong way too, and Williamson tried to recover with sticking out the right hand. The left hand, his catching hand. And Williamson adjusting his equipment right now. Perhaps taking a little bit of a breather too on top of that. Players definitely need it. But the adrenaline certainly has been pumped up this afternoon, Steve.
Sure has. Everyone's going to have to come down to earth pretty soon. This is Miller. He bats at it. Goes behind the net and it's loose. Here's Ireland, centering pass. It's loose. Miller tries a shot. Williamson right there to make two splendid saves. We'll have an icing call. We'll come all the way down to the OT end again. But Williamson keeping his Red Devils in it.
Slam the door on him.
Watch the nice centering passes. Ireland goes behind the net, centers it, and there's Miller once.
Miller was absolutely, he had the door slammed on him. He had two opportunities to jam in the puck, either on the right side or in between Williamson's legs, but somehow Williamson got the big pad out and kept it out.
Do not adjust your set. This is the Halton High School Hockey Final, and we're in overtime. 6:43 left to go in the first OT. There's another icing call. We'll come all the way down and do it again.
It's too bad we couldn't pack all of Oakville in here because they'd certainly be treated to quite a game.
So yet another face-off to the left of Steve Williamson in the OT nets. And the Rams win the draw. Backhander, it'll be picked up by Miller, centering pass, doesn't get through. Ireland flips it back, intercepted by a Red Devil. This is 16, Greg Collings, he dumps it in. McFadden picks it up, and he clears the OT end. Icing is waved off, Bird comes out with it, and directs Greg Collings. Collings, nice move there, nice forechecking, right out in front, it's high! Batted down by Andrew Delane. McFadden keeps it in for the Red Devils. Going back, this is Chris Miller. Off the boards, kept in by McFadden, nice move. McFadden will have a chance to win it. Dumps it off to Newman. Newman, a backhander. Holy cow, and what a dive.
What a dive.
By Craig Collins.
Fabulous, fabulous. Remind me of Jim Schonfield. Excellent diving effort. Just hanging on for and grasping on for life. It was number 16, that being Collings. Great effort. This one's just boiling down.
It's getting past my bedtime, but we're gonna stay. Collings flips it along the boards. McFarland keeps it in there. Burt makes a save. Leaves it there and battles around the boards. This is Denny Girton. He tries to clear it. This puck's loose at the blue line. Big drive there, nicely handled by Burt. Off the stick of John McFarland. That drive came from the blue line.
Lemon did a fabulous job there, giving Burt an absolutely clear angle. They cleared everyone out, and the shot from McFarland was good speed and everything, but Burt, when you can see everything, it makes it all so much easier.
Nice pathway cleared by the MM Robinson Rams defense that time to give their tender an equal chance at the other end. And now just 5:37 remaining in overtime. 3-all the score. Rams win the draw. They clear. Look out, Clint is coming to us. Almost got us here, and that reminds me
Al
of
Galloway.
an award presented to one of our fellow CableNet sportscasters, Al Galloway, as he was doing a game from the Flambeau Arena and took one almost anyways off the noggin.
Off the noggin it would have been.
It's loose now in front. Newman will be the first Red Devil there. Leaves it, actually, as he's bumped off the puck. McFarland right in front. Here comes Sprague. He leads the MM Robinson attack. 3-on-2. Sprague losing his skates. Flips a pass over that was bouncing. Tower couldn't handle it. Oh! And our Devil took down a Ram in front. The net off its moorings.
And you see the defenseman there, Jeff Newman, for absolute dear life, just did anything, plowed in to maybe give Williamson a little bit of hand and the puck not going in the net, and collided into Williamson, thus knocking the net off its moorings. We're getting down to desperate measures, Steve. No one wants to lose. You can see this stress written across the coaches' faces, the players' faces. No one makes, as we said in the top of the third period, no one wants to make the big mistake. And that was in the third period. Now it's overtime, and you really can't make the big mistake now. 5:27 left in the first overtime period, 3-3.
There's certainly going to be bedlam when somebody does turn on the red light to mark an end to this game. Collings on the blue line.
Hit the goalpost! Hit the goalpost!
Greg Collings. Here's Miller. Turns with it, tries to center it. Nice defensive play there by Spearman for OT. This is Ireland. He's trying to center it. Nice defensive play once again. The Red Devils finally intercept, and they come out 2-on-2 now, led by Humphrey.
Burt, I didn't see it!
Burt had it in his glove momentarily, but
It's
it
right,
came
look
out.
where it is! Oh.
And it fell right in front of him, and alertly, he finally fell on it with one of the Rams defenders. I think it was Trent Burton who dove on it.
Rick Burt, here we go. We're going to get a look at it. Rick Burt just kind of nonchalantly tries to glove it down, but it kind of comes out of the trapper. OT jams at it at home, but no results. Score still 3-3.
.458, the time remaining, as there you see it in the sky. And this is fourth period action, or overtime, as you can call it, at the Oakville Arena. Here comes Wayne Ireland in for the Rams. Centering pass to Miller. Miller's got a man in front. Actually, it was Ireland, and he was flat on his stomach when he made contact with that. Nice heads-up play by him. Trent Burton now starts in. He goes behind the OT net, tries a centering pass, bumped off the puck by number 4, Chris. Make that carry low. Here come the Red Devils. They just flip it in. Everybody's tired now. That was Forbes. Here's Miller. Up on the far side for Andrew Delane, near side.
There we go,
Ireland,
2-on-1.
Ireland and Delane, 2-on-1. He shoots. Nice save by Williamson. That's what we've been saying all afternoon. Ireland scoops it down in front of him, and he's hauled down by a Red Devil. And a whistle. Williamson anchoring this Red Devil squad to what he hopes will be a Halton trophy. And he is definitely the player of the game so far.
Without a doubt, without a doubt.
Here's Ireland.
On a clear, and that was not a 2-on, that was a clear cut 2-on-1 as well too. Great job done by the goaltender, Steve Williamson.
Great job done by our CableNet crew. 2-camera coverage here from the Oakville Arena. We're bringing it to you all the way to the end.
We'll be announcing the Fox 40 player of the game later.
Offside at the blue line as Spearman was in a little too soon that time. Sorry, Speakman was in a little too soon that time, and thus the whistle and a face-off. Yes, we will announce the Fox 40 player of the game coming up at the conclusion of the telecast. And so far, Steve Williamson has grabbed that
He's
honor.
got it in my book. He has kept OT, not to discredit OT's play offensively, but the chances that MM has had,
What's wrong?
the chances that MM have had, Williamson slammed the door.
Hicks is upended by Newman. Off the referee's skate there, Hicks goes in and digs it out. Back to the blue line maybe for DeWolf, but he can't get it to him. Tower goes in, centering pass. He's bumped off the puck by McFarland. Right out in front at the side of Williamson's net. He bats it to the side. Tower will bat it back, intercepted by a Red Devil. Centering pass, and breaking in is Top. DeWolf there defensively, centering pass, nobody there, intercepted by Collings. He clears it up. This is Sprague. Sprague moves
3
in.
on 2.
Sprague with a drive at Williamson. Out in his arm. Extend to get that one. Holy cow. What eyesight and what hand-eye coordination being displayed by Steve Williamson. His arm, actually, we'll take a look at it again. Here's Sprague. He elects to shoot. And a second effort as Williamson's arm seemed to extend from the shoulder as he got that in the trapper. Clint, is this a relative of yours?
Overtime action, it's unbelievable. Oh, and what it! I thought it might have been an elbow, Steve.
Forbes belted right in front of the MM bench. Here come the Rams. They're winning it if it was a 10-point must system, but on the scoreboard it's 3-all. Here come the Red Devils now. They come out with it for them now at center ice. Here's Newman. He starts in. Over on the far side, offside was Chantilla in too
Chantilla
soon.
must have been about an inch offside, too. And he's mouthing off the linesman. As I thought that was close, too, but
It was
he
close.
shouldn't be mouthing off the linesman because the linesmen have OT in this game as the MM Robinson Rams scored what appeared to be a game-winning goal, but it was kicked in.
By number 22, Mark Tower. One of the ferrets. One of the two ferrets for the MM Robinson Rams. Denny Girton being the other. OT controls the face-off. A backhander gets through. Burt leaves it there. Actually did clear it well enough, and the OT Red Devils will control it. McFadden shot is loose in front. Boy, oh boy, close calls at both ends. Red Devils keep it in. We're counting down in overtime, and we're gonna have a whistle and a face-off. The puck was gloved ahead. So the face-off will take place just outside the MM Robinson Rams blue line.
You know, OT has had a couple of chances as well in this overtime. A couple of them a little fluky, but still can't put it in.
This is
Oh,
Kerry
my-
Lowe, and he drives it in, takes a funny bounce there. Trent Burton clears it out, and this Burton kid, he's quick on his feet. He can elude checks. Kerry Lowe goes back for it. Delane bumps him off the puck, and coming back is Humphrey. He has Richardson with them. Correction, that's Jamie Top. So with 2:18 remaining in overtime, we're going to take this quick timeout. We'll be back with overtime of the Halton High School Hockey Final. 3-all's your score. At the Oakville Arena, the action continues in overtime here.
Oh, he's fun! And there they go again!
And we'll get a look at it here as two, a Ram and a Red Devil, get belted one another on the far side. And Clint, good work by you to go out on those guy wires. You're out there in center ice.
That's right, when I look at the TV. I never thought about that. Unbelievable action happening here.
If you have your VCRs going, got this game on tape, get another tape handy because you never know when it's going to end.
1:59 left in the first overtime period. 3-3.
Hollings clears it to center ice. The Rams will come out. 2-on-2. This is Sprague. He starts in. He's bumped off
Great
the puck.
defensive
It's
effort from
hauled down by
McFarland.
McFadden. Sprague tries a centering pass. Nobody there for the Rams. Hustling over is Steve DeWolf. He has a man in front. It's Tower, and he just missed with a drive. Action continues now into the neutral zone. Finally picking it up is number 11, Kevin Forbes. This is Sprague. The Rams start in 3-on-2. Sprague with a drive. Williamson makes the save.
And a little extracurricular activity. Number 19, John McFarland, just absolutely dragged down. That would be number 22, Mark Tower, who's been key in a couple of plays this
Here it
game.
is again. The shot by Sprague. Nice save by Williamson. Now we'll continue to let it roll.
Boom.
And boom.
Vance didn't like that too much from MM.
If you have any wet clothing around, get it out because there's a clothesline you can hang it on.
Steve, we were treated at 87 to 80. I guess I'd been 88 to the match of the year, I thought, which was Loyola and Purdue in basketball. How's this? It's early in 89. It is the match of my year.
That's right, overtime.
3-on-2.
Rams intercepted.
Here they come, Steve.
That's Speakman, I'm sorry. Callings now to Miller to Burton. Burton will start out with it. 1:06 remaining in overtime. Here come the Rams. Andrew Delane in over the line. Going to the net is Miller. Can't control the puck there. Kept in at the blue line by Delane. Now here come the Red Devils. Intercepted by Delane. He turns with it. In over the line once again. 47 seconds remaining in overtime. There's a puck that'll go all the way down the ice. Burt will let it go. Icing will be called. Will come all the way down to the OTN.
And we're looming close to the end of another period. Such excitement, the bus driver couldn't even park properly.
3-all your score. The MM Robinson Rams and the OT Red Devils. And we're in overtime. Played a lot of hockey.
These players have to be absolutely drained, and you know the loser of this is going to die.
Emotionally draining high school sports can be. Rams win the draw. Ireland backhander doesn't get through. Red Devils will have a chance, and here they come, led by number 11, Forbes. In over the line, draw pass there. Newman with a just wide, it's loose. Bird reaches out and finally covers up.
Steve, if anything I thought went in the net, I thought it was that. And
I don't like that. McFadden has just hooked one of the Rams right in the groin area. I don't like that move. We'll take a look at it again and keep an eye on 16 for the Whites. I don't like that sportsmanship being displayed. Here's Newman, big drive, it goes wide. He finally covers up, we'll have a face-off. Now here's, you gotta let it roll if you can. That's the two number 16s, Callings and McFadden locked up. We didn't really pick it up on the replay there, so we got to go without. You got to take my word for it.
I didn't quite see it, Steve.
Oh, yeah, he got right up there. Don't like that, Jazz.
30 seconds. Go it, Steve.
30 seconds remaining. What excitement here in overtime of the Halton High School Hockey Final. There's one that eludes all the guy wires coming down to Sprague, and he's tough when he's man-on-man, and Williamson makes a great save once again. He's tough when
Sprague runs into Williamson! Or did Williamson take an extra move and nail Sprague? Those two have gone at it already, Steve!
No team fans are going bananas.
We've got to see this again, Steve.
We'll take a look again. Here's Sprague, one-on-one, he's tough. Lets the drive go. Williamson with the big glove save, and he comes in, and Williamson takes another shot at him.
Williamson has been the backbone of a couple of controversial plays. Getting a little involved with the stick, but that's going to happen in a game with this emotion and intense speed, Steve. A timeout, I think, is going to be called.
Not just line changes. Both teams have used their timeouts. I don't think they get more in overtime.
18 seconds.
5 skaters aside. No penalties called in overtime. After a slew of them in regulation. Nice play by DeWolf to stop the puck at center ice. And when he's on his knees, he makes a play. We're counting down.
Steve.
Ireland will keep it in. Centering pass. Nobody there. One last chance for DeWolf. 2 seconds remaining. And that'll do it. The horn sounds here at the Oakville Arena. And an extra
shot. I don't like.
No.
Speaking of sportsmanship, number 3.
Steve DeWolf just gave an extra shot to McFadden.
And McFadden, that might have been the same person that McFadden hooked, as you said, prematurely earlier.
So for DeWolf, so a little bit of unsportsmanlike tactics being displayed by both teams.
Well, let's say it's got to be a little bit of the frustration, the emotion, the tiredness, the will to win. What else can I say?
Here we'll look at the final moments of overtime. Here's the chance by DeWolf, blocked a wrist shot there.
You know, with
They'll
5 seconds left in overtime, and MM with an opportunity to shoot, speaking as an OT part, you're just going to dive in front of the net and just make sure it doesn't go anywhere.
They're going to flood the ice. They're sending the teams to the locker
Steve. It has to be done, Steve.
We got to end this one soon. Stay with us. CableNet Game of the Week will continue after this timeout. We're in overtime. Back to the CableNet Game of the Week. There's my friend Derek Lewis, and he has just told us that we are in for a 10 to 6 curfew here. So we got 10 minutes of action, and at that time, they're going to pull the teams off and have a shootout to decide this thing. So our thanks to my friend Derek Lewis of OT for filling us in with that info.
That's exactly. I got to tip my hat to Peter Messenger on the other side. Gave me the same information, a 10-minute overtime. And if that can't decide this issue, we're going to go into a shootout. Steve, your opinion on a shootout. I don't like it. I think it's a lousy way to... It's full of drama, mind you, and it's so exciting. I think it's a lousy way to judge who wins a game.
I love it, especially, we got to wrap this thing up. We got some stuff to do tonight.
We have Halton Sports Week to still sport.
We got the big Halton Sports Week Trivia Edition coming up over the next 3 weeks, and we're doing that tonight from Buddy's Restaurant. We got to get over there. But here we go, double overtime. The OT Red Devils 3, the MM Robinson Rams 3.
I said it before, Steve, it's showtime.
Showtime is underway for the 5th time. A period has been started. And what can you say? Once again, the all-squeegee team is going to be called out.
Oh,
and we got to do some squeegee.
As if they need anything more to cut into the amount of time they have.
Oh, sorry about that. Stepped on your foot.
Steve playing a little footsie with me here.
Here we go. There's the all-squeegee team down behind the MM Robinson net. Interesting to note that teams do not switch ends in overtime. Did you pick that up?
That's something I never knew.
That could be a technicality that didn't happen.
Well, I like that because as a goaltender, you get set into a net. You really do. It becomes one of your friends almost, really.
Okay, now I've just found out that the head referee is not my buddy Ruppel because I see him down there in the scorer's box. So I don't know who that. It's hard to tell, when you see these guys on the street and then you see them in the gear with the helmets on. But it isn't Rump, because he's in the penalty box. So I've been given excellent credit to a guy I thought who it was. So I don't know who he is, but he's doing an excellent job.
He's kept good control of the game.
Rams keep it in. They're alone 2-on-1. Puck goes off a Red Devil skate. Flipped out to the blue line to the neutral zone now. This is Trent Burton with it. Flips it on the far side for Collings. Pass too far for number 10, Hicks. Goes into the Red Devil zone. Batted out. And picked up now by the Red Devils into the neutral zone and breaking out, but intercepted by Burton. Here come the Rams. Sprague and over the line for Hicks. Hicks with a nice move to get around a Red Devil. Sprague it all out. Almost ended it right there.
Arnido!
And there's a nice, kind of a comical play there as Tower was in all alone on Williamson. And Williamson was down. Tower, the only thing he could do was go upstairs. He did, landed on the crossbar. Took the net off its moorings. Maybe we'll kick it up on replay.
I think Williamson does a little retaliation here, though. He couldn't catch it, but he lays the lumber into him again.
11-11.
3-3. Halton High School Hockey Final. We're in a double overtime. 3-3, Steve.
The draw won by the Rams. Here is Miller, and he's upended at the blue line. In all alone was Ireland. He slapped at it there. Williamson covered up, and the faceoff's going to come out across the OT line, and I don't really know what that's for.
I was just going to ask you why. But as I was going to start to say, it's a good thing we had the flooding of the ice there, because I needed another gasp of oxygen again.
Puck loose in the neutral zone. Here's Speakman in. Intercepted by the Rams. The Rams are really controlling the play in overtime, though. They just haven't scored. Williamson's been so tough.
Here they come.
Not saying that both teams haven't had their chances, though. Rams once again control it in their own end. Try and clear it, but not out. Andrew Delane there. Now this is Miller who picks it up. Up on the far boards for Ireland, picked up by Miller. He's got Ireland with him, and up here is Delane. He hustles in for it. He'll be the first man to it. Drop pass for Miller. He can't get to it in time. A Red Devil is the first one there. Out to the neutral zone once again. Intercepted by the Rams. There's a puck. Ireland didn't see it off the boards. Andrew Delane now with it. He comes in with it. Tight ropes the blue line there. Spin move. Still has it. Two men on him. Rink wide pass for number 16. Greg Collings in all alone. Keeps a shot that goes wide. Comes all the way back. This is Steve DeWolf with it. He just flipped it in. Both teams making changes now. And back to pick it up for the Red Devils is John McFarland. McFarland off the window and picked up there and batted. Puck is still high and loose in the Red Devils' end. Centering pass, and this is number 5, Newman. He's got a hard shot, and that one was no exception. Bert handled it, though. This is Ireland on the far boards. Starts up with it. He's building up speed over the red line. Flips a pass in for Greg Hicks. Too far for him. The puck goes into the Red Devils' corner. Hicks bodies his man there. Flips it out with his skate. He's still on it. He's got a man cutting in front. It's Collings. Doesn't use him. Hicks still has it. It's picked off by the Red Devils. They nearly went in 2 on nobody that time.
Oh, and what a...
And we have another whistle as the net has once again come off its moorings.
Kerry Lowe just dumped Dave Collings down to the ground.
There you see us high above the ice surface here at the Oakville Arena, trying to decide a victor here in the Halton High School Hockey Final. And you're watching it all on CableNet, Channel 23, CCTV. We're reaching Burlington, Waterdown, Oakville, Carlisle, and don't forget, give it to me,
Kilbride.
And Kilbride. I'd like to welcome the viewers in Kilbride to our CableNet
Stevie,
telecast.
you think a couple years ago, the Islanders and the Washington Capitals. Oh, you remember that game? This is beginning to remind me of that.
Here's Sprague with it along those near boards. Centering pass right out in front, off a leg. DeWolf picks it up. The Rams start out 3-on-2 once again. They're all building up speed, leading the rushes to Wolf. In over the line, bumped off the puck there, and everybody hits the deck. This is Tower, long drive right on Williamson. Puck is loose for Sprague. Dangerously in front for Hicks. It's loose. It's not enough. The game is over. The official rules that it was a legal play, and this game has been decided, and the victory goes to the M.M. Robinson Rams.
Unbelievable!
Number 10, Greg Hicks, the hero in double overtime. As the Rams have evacuated their bench, and the Red Devils, you can't give them enough credit. In fact,
I think it's a high sticking goal, Steve!
We'll take a look at it.
We've been decided on a controversial goal. Steve, let's look at it.
Very close.
Steve, that's no goal! Steve, that's no goal!
The Rams,
that stick is above his shoulder,
are
Steve!
victories, and it is a controversial play. We'll look at it again. Here's Sprague.
Steve,
There's
that's
the
no
first
goal!
shot.
That's no goal! That's no goal! The OT Red Devils have been robbed! Steve, they've been robbed!
We'll take a look at it again.
One more time!
Bang.
No! Steve, that can't be allowed!
It's so close to call. but an appreciative applause. Here we go again. Sprague, first one.
I can't bear to look at it.
I don't know.
So, that's
It's
above his
close.
shoulder, Steve.
It's close.
It's close.
Here we
It's
go
close.
again.
Here we go again. No! That's no goal.
Maybe our director, Brad Scott, can get it on freeze frame. He's gonna work on that.
I'd really like to see that, Steve, because it's unbelievable.
Meanwhile,
I've been
who
shocked.
knows?
Facts, I've been shocked. No goal, I say.
Well, our director, Brad Scott, an expert in the field, he will try and get that on freeze frame, and we'll get a better look at it. It's tough to tell.
It really is, but I don't.
Nonetheless, as I begun to say,
I think it's a sad thing that a goal had to be decided on a. Let's look.
okay, there's the puck. Now, that's the freeze frame of the puck. We'll have to let it roll. That's tough to even tell from that. You can't make a decision
Can't
there.
make a decision.
Here we
from
go,
that, but
frame by
look,
frame.
Look, there
it
it is. Look at that. Look at that.
Now look though,
at that. That is
mind point,
unbelievable.
We'll hold it there. Excuse the friction in the screen, but we'll hold it there. Now, if the player is standing straight up, you see the player is on an angle. If that player is standing straight up, I kind of got to think that's shoulder height. We'll take a look at it again. Here we are. Excuse the friction and the snow, as I mentioned. There it is. Here comes the contact. There's the stick. Right now is the contact. If that player is standing straight up, I don't know. It might be above the shoulder at this angle, but look at the angle, the trajectory of the player. The player does not seem to be standing straight up. Tough call.
It's a tough call, Steve, but it's been decided.
At
And we're gonna have
3:11 of double overtime. Here it is again. Frame by frame, we'll look at it. Very controversial nonetheless. There's the contact.
That's above his shoulder, Steve.
Very tough to tell. Here we go to center ice for the presentation of the Halton Championship Trophy.
Not to take anything away from the MM Robinson Rams because they put on a tremendous show, just as the OT Red Devils have. But, Steve, I just don't like to see a game of this importance decided on something as close as that.
Absolutely. Now here are the presentations of the championship medals. They'll go it.
That's Ryan Hilton.
Through the numbers.
Ryan Hilton, the backup goaltender.
Captain Trent Burton. Number 3 is Steve DeWolf, playing an excellent game for the Rams this afternoon. Here's Andrew Delane. His season has been extended. It'll be a while before we see him in a Burlington Cougars uniform. Number 5 is Joel Burton, one half of the two brother acts on the MM Robinson team.
And
Number 6.
There he is. He's a fan favorite, isn't he?
Sally Sprague, Craig Sprague played an excellent game, had a lot of opportunities in overtime. Number 9 is Chris Miller. Killer Miller never takes a penalty, took his first penalty of the season in the semifinal game. Number 10, Greg Hicks. Number 11 is Dave Collings, started at left defense. For Collings, 21 points in the regular season. Number 12, Steve Baharrell, ineligible for off-time toll because of the transfer rule. Pearson High student transferring over to MM Robinson. Number 14 is Denny Girton, started at left wing for the MM Robinson Rams, played a strong game. Number 15 is Carl Loretti, he was injured. So number 16, Greg Collings, the assistant captain, another guy who turned in a splendid performance. Number 17, the man they like to compare to Wendell Clark, he gets a rousing ovation, and that's Wayne Ireland. Number 22, one of the ferrets they call him, Mark Towers, started at center ice today for the Rams. And number 23, the Shack Attack man, Jason Shackleton. And the starting goaltender, the man they call Swiss, he certainly wasn't Swiss in this
not at
game.
all. He put on a heck of a show.
Rick Burt. And there are the presentations to the players.
Steve, one of the things we've overlooked, though, I have to give full compliments to the fans here. The OT Red Devil fans, despite the loss, gave both teams a standing ovation.
Yeah.
I think a very, very nice move.
Of sportsmanship displayed by the OT fans. They were very professional in how they treated the outcome. Here are the coaches. That's Leo McAdam, one of the coaches. Guy Romeo and Tom McFadden are the other coaches for the MM Robinson Rams. And there you see head coach Tom McFadden coming out to receive their trophies.
Coach for the OT Red Devils, that being Mr. Crocker, consoling the captain, McFadden. Mr. McFadden, pardon me.
And there you see Trent Burke as he hoists the Halton High School Championship trophy high above his head. The Rams will take a victory lap, but to the pleasure of their fans.
And to the unbelief of the OT Red Devils, McFadden skating off the ice, in tears. This one has to hurt. But all credit to the MM Robinson Rams. They are the Halton High School champions for the second year in a row.
The game decided at 3:11 of double overtime, a controversial goal by Greg Hicks. We'll take one final look at it as we go off the air. Very controversial. I say that the trajectory of the player, here it is again. Slow motion, instant replay as the stick comes up and bats it in. You say it was above his shoulder. I say if he was standing up straight, it was close. It was close nonetheless. Referee ruled it was a goal. The game ends in double overtime at 3:11. Greg Hicks, he's the hero. Here we go. Once again, we'll take a look at it. You can roll the tape 1,000 times, and it's still tough to call.
Well, I hope the fans that watch this enjoy this game as much as I did. Steve, it's been a pleasure working with you once again.
Likewise, Clint, what excitement here. Halton High School Championship Sports has given us some excitement this season, and that will conclude it. For all of us here at the CableNet Game of the Week, thanks for tuning in. For our director, Brad Scott, for Clint O'Neill, I'm Steve Foxcroft. Have a sporting week, and we'll see you soon here on the CableNet Game of the Week.
C'è sta nessuno